The Mariners announcing their new head coach today, and he's a familiar face, a guy that's been with the organization since the beginning, Terrence Wallin. Terrence started as a player, moved to an assistant coach, now the head coach. Terrence, you think about that? It all happened in a span of 4 years. What comes to mind first?
It's pretty crazy, but I'm definitely super fortunate. This town's given me a lot, and it's kind of like the perfect trifecta, right? Not many guys have had the chance to play and be an assistant and then be the head, and it's a pretty special day. I'm really excited to stay a part of the Mariners. It's a place that I want to be. It's a place my wife and family want to be, so I'm very excited.
I'm sure you've always had aspirations to be a head coach when you decided coaching was something you wanted to do, but did you expect for it to happen this fast?
No, not necessarily. Obviously, you have dreams and you think about different things here and there, but you're right. I did want to be a head coach, and I've been under 3 really good mentors in Danny, Riley Armstrong, and Ben Guite, and they taught me a ton of stuff. And working with Ben last year on the coaching side of stuff, he taught me so much that I can take for a long time in my coaching career, and hopefully it's a long time. But I obviously 1 year, people are going to have their doubts, but I think I know the league and I know the game well enough where we can succeed at a high level with the Mariners.
And speaking more about last year, talk about the culture you and Ben were able to create and how you look to carry that over into this season.
Yeah, I think the culture that we created was a really real family atmosphere. I think guys really enjoyed coming to the rink. They smiled coming to the rink, and then once we hit the ice, they knew it was work time. And that's one thing that we prided ourselves on, was being a really good practice team. And we think that practice habits lead to game habits. And that's something that we're going to strive for again this year is having good practice habits. But I think the first thing you got to realize is that there's a human aspect to this, and you want guys to be have that mental toughness and be mentally happy and be mentally ready to go for games. So the human aspect is huge. Talking to guys, relying on our leadership committee and hearing their feelings and seeing where they're at too.
What's the biggest thing, the biggest stamp that you personally can put on this team with whatever your coaching style is going to be?
Work. I think when fans look back at my career here, I feel like I prided myself on like a 200-foot game and being good in every situation. So I think that I'm going to strive to have guys have that 200-foot game, play a good defensive game, and let the offense kind of go from there. We're going to be a working team. I think you saw a lot of what you saw last year with Ben and I. You're going to see us kind of build off that and go into 22-23 season with all that.
You've actually had a bunch of your former teammates get head jobs as well within the division in the last couple months. How much are you looking forward to those challenges this season?
It's going to be fun. You got James Henry down in Reading, who I played with for a while. Pete MacArthur I played with. His assistant was my captain in Adirondack. Smotherman I played against, and it's funny that I have the third most experience in the division. We got Smotherman and MacArthur stepping into head coaching roles, and it's an exciting time for them. And Hank was a 1-year assistant in Reading, and I think it's a cool little movement you see in our division with the young coach. I think that these guys can all relate to players. I think that's kind of our strong suit, honestly. We're just coming out of the game. We can relate. We know how players are feeling. We know what works. We know that the game is changing. It's fast and it's puck possession, and I think that's something that all of us can kind of take with us and rely on here down the stretch.
It was a tremendous finish to the end of last season, whether it was the last 6 home games and the momentum that carried into the home playoff games. How excited are you to get back in front of these crowds again?
Yeah, the whole season in general was kind of up and down. I think that the last 3 games were probably the most exciting 3-game stretch I've maybe ever been a part of. Winning those 3 games at home with packed crowds here at Cross Insurance, they were incredible, and that kind of fed into the playoff series. And we gave the best team in the league a really good run for their money, and I think that that's something that we're looking to build off of. Like we're bringing a lot of guys back and a lot of young guys who now have that playoff experience. Going into last season, we only had 4 guys with playoff experience, and this year we bring back 23 guys who have that playoff experience and now can kind of ride that wave and know what works and what doesn't work in playoff series.
Our fans have gotten a chance to get to know you pretty well, obviously starting as a player and as a coach last year. But what's your message to them and as far as the type of team they should expect and what they should expect out of Terrence Wallin, the head coach?
I think first and foremost, I'm a competitor. I want our team to work. I want it to be fast-paced. I think fans should anticipate a hard-working, fast team. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun. It's amazing how much the organization has grown in the time that I'm here. You see our fan base growing each and every year. The youth hockey movement last year by our front office, and with me being a part of Maine Evolution, the Casco Bays, the Gladiators, all those teams coming to games, I think it's special. I think it's something that's growing, and it's something that's going to last for a long time.
All right, Wally. Well, congratulations on this great honor. Really looking forward to seeing you out there as head coach this year. And this was the first of many interviews that you and I will be doing.
Keels, I'm sure we'll be talking. Thanks so much. I'm super excited.